Hey, this is Red Band coming to you live from the world famous Comedy Store main room for a brand new episode of Kill Tony. Give it up for Tony Hinchcliffe.
Hi, everybody. Make some fucking noise. Come on. Make noise. You getting your food, make noise. You in the corner, make noise. Comedians, make some fucking noise. Yeah. Look how much better the comedians are than you peasants.
Fucking rock.
Call yourselves a fucking audience. I'll hope that you get better. Welcome to the #1 live podcast in the world. Look who it is. It's the great Brian Redman.
What's up, guys?
Everybody. The great Ryan J. Ebelt drawing tonight's episode, the house artist, while you all sit there being lazy. An actual artist is drawing a picture of tonight's episode. Incredible. We are live streaming. Everything's out. If you follow us on Twitter or social media, those links are out right now. We are streaming live in VR 360 globally. Which is good, because this is a very global episode we have for you tonight. I'm pumped about a lot of things, Brian. Brian's watching the live stream right now. This weekend, I go to the Denver Comedy Works, for those of you listening to the live stream right now. Denver Comedy Works, and a lot of other fun places coming up. Next Friday, we are in Boston. Kill Tony is in Boston, doing the Boston Comedy Festival. I'm really excited about that. Austin, Cap City, I'm in, doing stand-up after that. Sunnyvale, California, Rooster Teeth Feathers. I've done that place before. I'm going back there again. I'm doing La Jolla November 10th and 11th at the Comedy Store, making my long-awaited return to San Diego. But catch us in Boston next week doing Kill Tony, the #1 live podcast in the world.
Blasted.
Week 1 is in the books for the NFL, guys. The NFL ended this week. How about started this week? It just began, and Week 1 is in the books. But it's not too late to get closer to the game you love with DraftKings. 1 week fantasy football. This Sunday, DraftKings is hosting a $100,000 pick'em contest that is totally free to enter.
Pick'em is the newest way to play 1 week fantasy football. Drafting your team is faster than ever.
DraftKings is organized into 8 tiers. All you have to do is select one player from each tier.
Choose between public contests with big cash prizes or private contests where you can compete against a group of your friends. DraftKings also has beginner and casual contests where you will play against people of similar skill level.
The best part is you get to draft a new team each week without any commitment. So go to DraftKings.com now and use promo code CHANT to play in DraftKings free contest with $100,000 in total prizes this Sunday. That's promo code CHANT, C-H-A-N-T, to compete for your share of $100,000 in total prizes. The contest is totally free to enter. Why wouldn't you try? The game inside the game. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com for details. One more question for this audience. You want to look good in your underwear and be comfortable, right? But that perfect balance is hard to find. Don't sacrifice style or comfort. Check out MeUndies.com and find the best pair of underwear in the world.
MeUndies will be the most comfortable pair of underwear you will own, made from a sustainably
sourced.
All right. Naturally soft fabric that is 3 times softer than cotton. Ultimate feel-good undies for when you want to feel naked but not be naked. For the fellas, MeUndies diamond-sealed pouch cradles your jewels and gives you your stuff the support it needs without feeling too tight.
Ladies will love the soft, eco-friendly fabric, so soft and touchable. It's a 100% satisfaction guarantee. They guarantee you will love your undies or your money back. Right now, MeUndies has an exclusive offer just for our listeners. Get 20% off your first pair and free shipping.
Dude, I liked it so much that I actually used that coupon code and bought some for my girlfriend.
I saw that. You periscoped it.
Yeah, periscoped it. That's how much I like it. And MeUndies is so sure you'll love their underwear that they'll even give you a 100% satisfaction guarantee. You order a pair, and if you don't love your first pair, get a full refund.
This is a no-brainer to try. 20% off, free shipping, and a 100% satisfaction guarantee. What are you waiting for? To get 20% off, free shipping, and 100% satisfaction guarantee. To get the best and softest underwear you will ever own, go to MeUndies.com/kill. That's MeUndies.com/kill. This is a limited time offer. So what are you waiting for? Start wearing the best underwear of your life. It changed my life. It's time to let MeUndies change yours. Go to MeUndies.com/kill right now. Are you guys ready to start tonight's motherfucking episode? Pew, 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 pew. Every single week, I guarantee you that I always have my funniest friends on this show. Always the best comedians in the world. This week is no different. Put your hands together for Greg Fitzsimmons, Moshe Kasher, and Jimmy Carr. Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. Yes! The great and powerful. Here, everybody, scoot down a few inches. I don't want Greg to be that close to strangers that get pulled out of the bucket. Yeah, Moshe, keep coming. Let's go tight. Hi, guys, welcome. Jimmy Carr is back, everybody. Global superstar.
Yeah. I feel, as we all do, I think we all agree we're better than this.
That's true. I agree as well. I am so happy that I have the kind of reputation to be able to book you guys somehow on a big live podcast where it's not scripted, not produced, and anything can happen.
Well, he was running that "we're better than this" line to me backstage. He thought, I was wondering how it worked. And it worked really well. It was good, Jimmy.
It worked. Moshe Kasher, you're back. You just got back from Burning Man?
Just back from Burning Man, yeah. Yeah.
Literally and figuratively. Where were you when the guy threw himself in the fire?
I wasn't there. You know, I've been going to Burning Man for such a long time that once in a while...
Can I pause there for a second? Sorry,
Yeah,
I thought Burning Man was a
like-
thing, but someone actually threw themselves on a fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a really literal...
Yeah.
Who the fuck did that?
Some guy that was...
Tibetan?
A Tibetan guy, yeah.
They can't. They have a couple drinks and they just do it.
Was he pleased? I mean, I would imagine his face lit up.
There's a series of photos of the guy going in, and you really see an emotional arc. It's really sad, but you see an emotional arc because the first photo, he's clearly like still in the mode where the drugs are telling him there's a real good secret for him in the fire, you know? He's like really into it. He's like, I will be the father of dragons. And then the second photo, he's like totally sober. It's only 1 second later, but he's like in the fire going like, oh fuck, terrible idea.
Yeah.
And then the third...
He was a baby.
Yeah, and then the third is a German police officer from World War II that comes in and rescues him.
I
Red
love it.
Band, the comedy killer.
There he is. Greg Fitzsimmons, everything's fun with you. I had an absolute blast having you on my big crazy show. We sold out the main room last week. I did an hour with after Greg and Rogan and a bunch of other people.
That was fun. That was a hot crowd.
You were unbelievable.
Yeah, thank you. It's it's always good to be in the main room because you can look around at all of these neon faces of people that you don't recognize.
It's crazy, right?
I mean, I get the Marx Brothers, but who are these two characters back here?
I think that is there is George Wendt from Cheers.
Are you serious?
No.
Seems like it would be like a Soupy Sales or something like
To
that.
Yeah,
the listener
that's a
at
good guess.
home, the visual references are fucking murdering right now.
Yeah, exactly.
You might not think you know what's going on.
You guys have all been guests on the show. I think most of the comedians know how it works. I know for a fact there was a lot of new names that signed up tonight. I got that report from the name cutter guy. And
You don't know the name of the name cutter guy.
Oh, the name cutter guy is Josh Martin, the newest paid regular at the Comedy Store. He's around here somewhere running around. The producer of Kill Tony. But for those audience members that might not know how it works, over 50 or 60 people, I do believe, signed up for this bucket tonight for the chance to get 60 seconds on this stage. We only get through so many of them, but they sign up before the show. They do 60 seconds. Comedians, maybe it's your first time. You know your 60 seconds is up when you hear the sound of a kitty. That means wrap it up then, or else you're going to bring out the angry West Hollywood bear. There you go. Very good. You guys ready to start the show or what? Let's do this. Lighting switch. Oh, yeah, we have a band. I almost forgot. I totally forgot about the band. I have so much DraftKings and MeUndies on the brain. Lights are back on. Lighting switch deactivated.
Soupy Sales on.
I love these guys with all my heart. Truly, truly, three of the funniest human beings I know. You know them from this show every single week. Put your hands together for Pat Reagan, Jeremiah Watkins, and Joel Berg, Joel Jimenez, the Kill Tony Band. Oh my God. Immediately one of my favorite ever. Wow.
I would argue that's in very good taste.
For the audio listeners, they're dressed up as hurricanes and they spit water out and they threw leaves around.
They made a bunch of noise. Jeremiah has lightning bolts. They might be the most adorable outfits they've ever worn.
I'm such a positive thinker. Before I saw the name tags, I thought you were just fall. I thought you were autumn. And then you turn around and one he was wearing a fucking Hurricane Katrina name tag. Like,
Yeah, they have a Katrina, an Irma, and Jose. I've never heard of Hurricane Jose.
It's en route.
I
Jose's
told you.
currently blowing right now.
You almost didn't bring us out.
I can't believe it.
That was a natural disaster. Closely averted.
I love it. Everything's in place now. You guys ready to start the show or what? Let's do this! Lighting switch, pew, pew, pew! All right, here we go. Kill Tony is about to begin. An uninterrupted 60 seconds goes to your first comedian who goes by the lucky name of Jay Whitaker.
I'm a single parent with joint custody, so I also qualify as a hostage negotiator. My son, he wants to be an engineer when he grows up, and I think that's just dope, because dad tells dick jokes for a living. He wants to be an engineer, that's cool, but it looks like when we get together, we draw our little cool drawings of space shuttles and aircraft, but if you look at his drawings, it doesn't look like he wants to be an engineer. It looks more like he wants to be a urologist, because all of his shuttles look like a penis. Like, how do I parent that? How do I support that? I'm supposed to be his father and encourage and develop and, that childhood development. I don't want to deter it in any way, shape, or form. So I got to be super supportive. I got these dick shuttles on my fridge, y'all. But who am I to judge? You might be onto something. Maybe with the bigger balls and, the bigger rockets and boosters, it might fly faster in the deep space. I don't know. I don't understand science, whatever. That might be an old man in Cape Canaveral, Florida someday sitting there talking about, you see that in the sky? My son designed that right there. That's the USS Penetrator right there.
Jay Whitaker.
Right.
How's it going? You could stay up. Now we talk to you for a bit.
Yeah, this is fascinating. So, hang on, you're a divorced parent?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's been fun chatting.
10 years ago. Shit happened.
Oh, okay.
And now I came here from Salt Lake City, which is already weird.
We already knew you're from Salt Lake just by looking at you. We were like, this is a Utah guy right here.
Yeah.
So
Classic.
I'm used to y'all white people, man.
Which one of your wives did you break up with then?
That's why he couldn't quite answer the yes to being divorced. He's like, to whom?
Yeah, I'm divorced from one of them, but
I'm still very
the great
married.
thing about the Mormons is you got options.
I mean, yeah, that's what we're at.
Well, you're not a Mormon though, right? No.
Jimmy's confused. In England, they just drink more gin and fucking fight it out. They don't break up.
That sounds like a good time.
They also don't have a space program, so he's unclear on that as well. Take that, motherfucker! Go back to where you came from.
You moved to
You're
LA?
different.
Yeah, MAGA.
How long?
Shane Smith, who was on here before, he told me to come on.
How long have you lived here?
I used to live here way back in the day. I was born and raised in Glendale and Inglewood. Shout out G-Spot. What's up?
G-Spot?
Yeah, Glendale.
Whoa.
That's what we call it. Glendale Hospital,
Glendale is like about 2 inches in and then back.
Right.
I don't know.
And
I feel
it's-
like I've been there but never been there.
It's true, and it's,
I can never find it. I drive around for hours. I can never find it.
No, but if you go there, you will notice that sometimes in some areas it smells like assholes too. So that's great.
I don't even think it exists.
Yeah. Seems like
I
black
don't
guys
care.
find it easier.
What do you do for a living, Jay?
I'm also working in the military. I work cybersecurity and.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's fucking
That's what brought me out to Utah.
burying the lead guy over
Yeah.
here. I also work in the military.
Yeah. I've never seen.
Is it? Can I just double check? Is it The U.S. military, or
Yes, the military. Yes.
thank God
United
for that.
States military. Yes.
I thought for a horrible second you were going to go, yeah, I'm with the Islamic State. It's going very well.
No.
Happy
gotta
9/11,
ask.
everybody.
Jay, you might be the only guy that I've ever seen that works cybersecurity that could also work actual security.
Well, thank you.
How long you been doing that?
14 years. That's originally what brought me out to Salt Lake.
So is that IT then?
Yeah.
And do you find that turns the ladies on and then turns them off again?
Nah, man. It really doesn't. It's like, because everybody always wants to know, like, oh, you must fly planes or, like, do some combat. And I'm like, nah, man, I basically make sure my commander can get on Instagram. That's pretty much it.
How old's your kid?
He's 10 now.
He's 10.
Yeah. Just
He's
had a
in
plane.
Salt Lake City?
Yeah.
And
And
that's where the baby mama is?
Nah, well, I mean, I have an ex-wife. It's a different
No,
story.
she's in the foundation of my house right now. That's why I'm no longer in Utah.
I wish I had a baby mama. That shit is less binding.
Wait.
Paperwork.
What's
Oh, you mean she's an ex-wife, not
yeah,
a
it's
baby
an
mama?
ex-wife.
I
There's
guess.
more paperwork involved.
So she's
Real
bound.
niggas know that shit.
What'd you say?
Real niggas know that shit.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Exactly.
You beat me too. I was coming out of my mouth, and I was like, okay, he's got it.
I was going to say some of those words.
That's
No,
weird
no.
because backstage when it's just the three white of us, we said that word a lot.
Can I ask what you like? I don't have children, but it's kind of amazing responsibility and thing to do. What did you've got this child? What did you call the child? What did you go?
His name's Dante.
Dante.
Yeah.
That's a great name. Love
Dante's
that.
Inferno.
He's gonna be typical name.
Typical name.
Jay, you seem like a pretty tough guy. What scares you?
Balloons. Real
Balloons?
Shit. Real shit.
Whoa.
Real shit. Like, I mean,
What kind of balloons?
well, no, like.
Wait, you're in the military, dude?
weather balloons, okay?
I'll fight terrorism as long as they don't have one
Right.
balloon. I'm out of there.
If this is World War I, we'd be fucked.
And
Oh my God.
surprisingly, the Comedy Store scratching their head on the Hindenburg reference.
Our friend Bert Kreischer is also allergic or scared of balloons. Like you blow one up, he freaks out.
Thank
has to
you.
run.
Where has
Yeah.
this fear of, like, where do you think that comes from?
I was 5 years old.
Wow, holy shit.
I already know the
Not
story.
even an
'Cause I have,
No.
I have to explain this shit all the time because I've gone on first dates and somebody asked me like, a very similar question, and that's, held 5 balloons. My hand was my birthday, and then I let it go, and then it hit like one of those sprinkler things and the sharp thing, and they all just pop, 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 and it just fucked me up for life.
Oh my God.
Whoa, that's a story you tell on a first date?
Yeah,
I heard 5 loud
I'm
noises.
34 and single. Just turned. What's up?
Wow.
You sure the fear isn't coming from when you had sex and the condom broke and you had your son?
Nah,
Sorry, I got
that
lost.
shit feels
I got
amazing.
lost.
You know what they call that? They call that the Dante Pop.
I hope he's listening right now.
Has there ever been a time where you've been out and you've seen a balloon and it like freaks you out? Like,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Is it ever backfired on anything? Have any of your military guys ever hear about this?
They know this shit. They fuck with me all the time about it.
Wow.
It's kind of a thing. Tuesdays usually.
And you're single, huh?
Yeah.
What's dating life like for a guy like you?
I don't do it. I'd rather work. To be honest.
Damn.
I'm trying to hustle.
Interesting.
You know what that's like for 4 not good-looking guys?
What?
To look at a guy as good-looking as you and know that you're just not interested? What a fucking waste.
Oh, there's 5 people up here, so he thinks one of us is hot. That's cool. And I'm assuming it's me, but we're all good looking, god damn it. I mean, maybe not Red Band, but we're all good looking.
Jesus Christ.
I love you. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're the one that's married.
So, so Jay, like, what's the most recent date that you went on? You like working more than hooking up with girls, but doesn't that ever build up? You jerk off a lot?
No, I fuck.
You get his dick wet, you know?
I fuck a balloon. I face my fears. I drive to Utah. I fuck a balloon.
How do you pick up most of the chicks that you hook up with?
Very carefully.
Amber Alert.
Cybersecurity? Does that ever come into play?
Really, I don't know. I just.
Do condoms scare you?
No, it's just like I approach it.
Yeah, that is a
I'm not,
great
like,
question.
The type to really go out on a date. Like I don't.
Do
I don't know
do
about
fake tits scare you?
Oh,
I don't mind
Joburg.
fake titties.
All right.
Why would fake titties scare me?
Why were they? Well, they're balloons.
Okay, balloon.
Also, condoms are kind of balloons.
I get it. No,
Okay.
So if somebody blows up a condom and throws it at you, is that the same?
Probably.
Really?
Jay, how long have you been doing stand-up?
About 6 years.
We're all in Salt Lake City.
All in Salt Lake City.
How long have you been
Both
here
of y'all
again?
Been through Wise Guys, yeah.
Yeah, did we work
Yeah,
together
we
or
worked
something?
together. We hung out
At a Mexican restaurant or
with
something?
my pops, which was fucking
Oh,
weird.
that's right. I met your dad. That's so funny. He handed me 4 balloons and said, if you ever need to shake Jay, just wave this at him. Your dad does not like you. No, I remember you now. That's cool.
Yeah, we did a show.
Well, Jay, it was your first time on the show, right?
Yeah, I didn't expect to get up, and I was like, everybody back there heard me say, "Oh shit."
Dreams really do come true. There he goes, Jay Whitaker, ladies and
Whitaker.
gentlemen.
Excellent. Very nice to meet you.
He's on Twitter.
Thank you for your service.
It's Jay Whitaker, Whittaker. Jay Whitaker.
Well, I think he learned a lot about his comedy tonight.
Hurricanes, how you guys doing over there?
Ooh, frustrated.
I pulled another name out of the bucket. Here we go. Uninterrupted 60 seconds goes to Mary Bequette. Bequette?
Well, I've been depressed, you guys, because I recently turned 50. Thank you, especially because by recently, I mean like within the last 10 years. My Facebook feed is nothing but fucking, gravestones and Depends and that female Viagra. Have you heard of that? That shit is dangerous. I tried it, I slid right out of my car. So I'm an accountant during the day, at night I'm a comic. I know, I sound Jewish, don't I? I'm not, but I do have a difficult time when I have to add things by hand, because I'm missing a finger, yeah. Right, so right away, the best I'm gonna do is 90% accuracy.
Mary, right?
Mary.
Mary, I thought that was incredible. Give me 4.
Oh, Mary. The $1 million question. Let's just jump right into it. What happened to the finger?
Oh, I cut it off with a table saw.
Wow.
Can we ask why?
Somebody was using the handsaw.
That's a lesson you learn, what?
Very good. I might write that down for later. No, because my mom encouraged me to do stuff like carpentry, but I wasn't cut out for it. No, I'm
Fuck.
sorry.
Oh, it was when you were young?
I was 18 years old.
Thank God you're hot, huh? What if you were ugly with only one finger? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's good looking.
Yeah, she's very good looking.
Totally.
I thought I thought everybody would have appreciated it, but everybody.
I did not expect
Do you ever, I mean, are there any gags that you can do with it?
I do a lot of, that is my funniest stuff. I was just getting started, you guys.
It'd be
Really?
cool if you found a guy who was really paranoid about anal play, and then you're like, look, it's easy. I've got one in there right now. And then you're like, actually no, and then you fist him, and you're like, it sucks.
No, he kind of, he doesn't like you to put stuff up his butt.
Oh, you're married.
Yeah.
Okay.
How long have you been married?
I've been married 25 years.
Cool. Awesome.
Wow.
Did you do anything special for the 25th anniversary?
She got the haircut of a Shih Tzu.
Ooh, that's an angry hurricane over there.
No, we went to Italy.
Oh, awesome.
All right.
Oh, very cool.
Is he here?
No, he's at home asleep right now.
Okay, so listen, I want to tell you a few things. No, I was just going to fuck with you since your husband wasn't here. I think you I can't get over that I think you look good. I think you look real good.
Damn.
How's everything?
There is.
RDK, Rod on Cash, are working
Well, I keep thinking about that Viagra thing and that little stream getting you out of that benzo out into the streets of I'm going to assume Studio City. And
There is something really hot about you. I can't quite put my finger on it, but fuck yeah. You remind me of one of my favorite books.
Because did someone just order chicken fingers? Come on, guys.
Oh,
not gonna-
no,
that's not gonna
no,
work.
they're cutlets. Those are just cutlets, Jimmy.
They are finger
Chicken.
looking good here.
All right. I can put it up my nose. Like if I put my finger up my nose.
Whoa,
Yeah,
I just
that's
got a
funny.
boner.
And there's a lot of upsides. A hand job, you get 20% longer.
Right.
Heck yeah, Fizz Dog.
Were you surprised when you lost your finger? How old were you when you lost your finger?
She was surprised. No, I pretty much expected it. I've been using the table saw a while, and I was bad at it. I'll be honest.
Hey,
Terrible at it. No, I was.
I mean, it seems shocking. There's no way anybody saw that coming. Thank you.
But no. Okay, I have two questions. Firstly,
Okay.
they didn't reattach the finger. That's unusual.
Well, it was a long time ago, right? And
Did you
plus
just
it
end up
was
building?
small.
You just continued and nailed it right into something?
No, it was a table saw, so it just went. You know.
Okay.
No,
and
wait,
then
why didn't they
you keep-
reattach it? I mean, you're not that old.
But it was cut up by a saw. You know how a saw makes sawdust and.
Okay. Now, okay. Second thing. Second
Gnarly,
question,
gnarly.
and you may have already answered it in that detail. Did you keep the finger? Where is it now?
No, they kept it. I
Oh,
didn't
you
want
should have had it
it.
in a pouch like Davos Seaworth, you know, on some Game of Thrones shit.
My curse.
Did they make like like little Play-Doh ones or something like that? Something for you to.
They do, but I don't really want one.
And then
Right.
you're an accountant by day. Have you considered, and it's just a thought, but Japanese mafia?
No.
It feels like the Yakuza would really admire someone like you.
I gotta real.
Oh, you think that you get the finger cut off when you join the Yakuza? No, it's the other way around. You cut a finger off, that makes you Yakuza.
Right.
Joelberg.
I got a real question. Do you still feel like it's there?
Sometimes I do.
Do you have
yeah.
that phantom limbs?
Yeah, I do sometimes, and it like itches, and there's nothing you can do.
I'm like that with my hair.
I don't think I quite got an answer. How long ago did you lose the finger?
When I was 18. So
18.
like, over 30 years ago.
Gotcha. How long have you been doing stand-up?
I've been doing stand-up like 6 years.
You have kids?
No.
No?
Do you have, I don't know, it's analogous to kids.
Cats,
Oh, good one.
Animals.
That was a
Cats?
really good first
Dogs?
half of a joke.
I had a dog, but I only have cats now.
Oh.
Oh, well, it all got rather sad at the end there, didn't it? Jesus.
Well, it just wasn't satisfied with the petting experience, so it left home. It's like one more finger. This doesn't feel complete.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, a cat.
Mary, why is your husband already asleep? It's only 8:43.
He's a chef, so he has to wake up really early in the
Where's he
morning.
a chef at?
He's a culinary instructor at the Art Institute in North Hollywood. So he teaches
Oh.
young chefs.
Wow. Ooh la la.
That's nice. Does he make you dinner before he goes to sleep?
Sometimes. I have to wait until I.
I don't think he's good, because I think if he was good, you would be fat.
He is
You are not
always
fat.
trying to make me fat, but that pisses me off. So
Did he like when you took the female Viagra?
he does. Yes.
Did it work?
Yes.
Wait, what does it do? It just makes you horny?
No.
Or it makes your dick hard? I don't understand how.
It's actually just lube. So.
It's lube? Whoa, what a bait and switch.
Lube is pretty fancy. I mean, what's the matter with? I mean, I'm on a budget here. Come on.
Yeah, but when she does that, it falls right down onto the street because of the missing finger.
Mary,
That's got a name. That's called Australian charm.
Oh my God.
do you have any special hobbies or skills or anything that you do when you're not accounting or doing stand-up?
I do. I'm a pilot. I have my pilot's license.
Really?
Wow.
Like of airplanes? Wow.
But then before you get on the plane, how do you know which way the wind is blowing?
Yeah, that was brilliant.
That's so funny, but also so crude because it's like a pilot really does that to know. All right, we can take off.
I'm not going to use any of these meters today. I'm going to go with the old finger wind test.
What kind of plane do you fly?
I just fly single engine. Warriors. They're low.
Oh, you don't have to tell us.
Is it like? Is it like John Travolta? Are you repressing homosexuality, or what? How did you get into flying?
I just like because you can really concentrate on it, so you stop worrying, and I can be really obsessive, and I like it because I'm gonna there's checklists, so you can just be really careful, and then it's fun.
I like it.
Yeah.
Have you ever? I mean, another obvious question. Have you ever fucked your husband in one of those little planes?
No.
You ever
Never?
put it on autopilot
That
and
would be dangerous.
Well, you gotta get those hours in so that you can get to an autopilot plane, so you can finally bang that chef. You know what I mean?
Before you go, can I get the digits? Oh, all 9 of them? All right.
Oh my God. He gets
Gave
to play his own rim
he gave
shot.
himself a rim shot.
Well, Mary,
What a pleasure.
you're very, very awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'd like to.
We like you.
Give her a hand, everybody. Literally, Mary Bequette. At Bequette, SQ, BECQUET, SQ. Follow her on Twitter, where she only has 139 characters she can use. Hopefully her flight manual is never missing its index. You know what I mean, guys? Sometimes I just can't turn it off. Hey, look who it is. It's Kill Tony celebrity Aphrodite, ladies and gentlemen. For you Kill Tony fans. Yeah, I like that. Fucking make some noise for Danny up there in the bird's nest, too, always. Always has our back. I pulled another name out of the bucket. Uninterrupted, 60 seconds, goes to Josh Sude? Suede? Sude. Here he comes. We got a runner. Come on, Josh. Maybe like...
Thank you. So, can you guys imagine, like, if you were the first doctor, like, way back in the day, and you delivered, like, the first set of twin babies? You'd kill one of them, right? That would be the logical thing as a doctor back then to do. I think even the parents would be like, fucking Rochambeau. First we gotta teach them. We'll flip a coin. Ugh. No, someone told me after I first did that. Can I just? Doesn't that sound like the aliens from Galaxy Quest that are like, ho ho ho? No. I found out that we actually used to kill twin babies back in the day. That's something that actually, I told that joke and someone was like, oh, I'll have you know. That, and I was like, oh! Thank you guys.
55 seconds from Josh Sude. I wonder what you would have talked about the other 35 seconds had Jimmy not laughed so aggressively.
It's just crazy that your final punchline was a callback to Jimmy Carr's laugh.
Yeah.
I did not see that coming.
So you had a minute, and you thought, like killing twins was the way to go. It's a really strong. It's an interesting choice. I like the choices that you've made.
I don't regret it.
Why would he kill the twins?
Because I feel like we were superstitious back then, right? We did all
When you
sorts of
say
weird
back
shit.
in the day, normally when people say back in the day, they mean like the 90s. Hey, we used to do some crazy shit back in the day. I mean the early 90s. I mean the Spin Doctors were a band that was successful. They were crazy times. Remember, we used to kill twins.
Not 90 BCE.
I'm not sure whether we did used to kill twins. I
I think in China you still do. If they're boy, right? If
it's a girl, yeah.
If it's a girl, you
Yeah.
got to get rid of one.
So talk me through the logic of that.
Exactly.
I feel like
I'm
we
with
missed
Jimmy
out.
on this. Let's
So I
go
should
step
have-
by step. When you say back in the day, when do you think twins
Whenever
started?
the first set of twins were born.
Take a guess at it. I want to hear your guess. You have glasses. You look smart.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't like you, and I'll tell you why. Because you're like good looking and muscular, but you're dressed like you are a nerd, and like as a person that is sort of enfeebled and beglassed, I see that as a personal attack on me as a human being. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I can see your fucking big old muscles and your hot thick dick from here, and it's like I don't appreciate. Nobody appreciates. You know what I mean?
You know you're not gay, right?
Yeah, no. I mean, no. I'm not gay, but if a guy wears like tapered pants like
No, I
that,
hate his pants. I hate his pants. He has no socks and he has
Tapered.
like a raincoat
Yeah.
bottom to his pants.
I'm super interested in your view. I would like you to write a book about the history of humanity. The idea, the first twins. Are you one of these people that believe the world is like 6,000 years old or something crazy?
No. I just
So when do you
back in
think?
the day, I
Give
should've-
us a year for the first twins.
Go
First
ahead,
twins.
take a shot at it.
First twins has to be for it's
It's 5,000 BC.
Ooh.
It's the most mental answer I've ever. I mean,
Yeah, it's a true guess.
your knowledge of science. Do you work for Trump? What the fuck are you talking about?
It's true.
It could have been a worse answer.
No. There are no worse answers. And also, the first doctor to deliver twins would have. Why would you kill?
What's the right answer?
Well, the truth is, the first twin probably came before the first doctor. You know, they probably didn't invent medical school, and then they were like, "Whoa, freaky." But I actually think what's happening here is that you made fun of Jimmy's laugh, and he doesn't like you either.
No, I like the laugh.
I'm interested in Moshe's racking up super points right now. You hear that sound, you know Moshe is beating the game.
I do think the premise is actually kind of funny. The first time you saw, I mean, you have to suspend disbelief, but the first time you saw two babies that looked alike, but then again, all babies look alike, so it's kind of problematic. Yeah, the joke's bad.
Isn't that the name of your show?
So in 5,000, what do you think created twins? Like, what was the difference that twins just started happening in 5,000?
Maybe the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when the sun was invented as well, actually.
The sun causes most of the problems.
Now we know Moshe
The
hates
sun made the
Josh.
jizz expand.
We believe
That's
that
twice the
we have
potency.
we have a theory that Jimmy hates Josh. I'm interested to hear what Greg Fitzsimmons thinks about Josh.
Josh could beat the fuck out of me. So I'm going to go easy on him. No, I hate his pants. But I actually like the joke. I like the premise of the joke. I thought it was something that I could see happening, like leeches and weird shit like that in medical history. Like, I bought it. I thought that you could have gone a little further, like maybe check a Wikipedia page if you're going to write the joke.
Now, Josh, I want to cover something Moshe brought up earlier. There's something extremely nerdy about you, and there's also something like athletically douchey about you. What is the crossover? Can you tell us some nerdy things about you? Oh, don't pretend like you have to think that hard.
No, I mean, I played sports growing up, like in high school, but I
What
also,
sports?
Basketball.
I thought you were going to say Quidditch.
It's my boy Patty Reagan over there, huh?
Whatever. Whatever.
And what do you do
Okay.
now? What do you do for a living?
I work for the studios.
Oh, you do? I take it back. I think you're cool, man. Like, I was kidding around. I'm looking for a laugh sometimes.
No,
but
no,
it's
Moshe,
like,
it's Universal Studios.
The Walk. I work for The Walk.
Yeah.
What studio?
No, it's mainly like photo shoots and stuff, but I jump around from like the art department, or I might drive like an RV, like a motorhome. So it's just,
Oh, you know what? Go fuck yourself, man. RV driving motherfucker.
Back to Douche Town.
That was that. You went from Mr. Hollywood to a van driver so quick, so quick. I work for the studios. You know, Hollywood.
Well, you
Driving
would
a
say
van.
If you did something important, you wouldn't just casually like, the studios. You'd probably
Yeah.
say your position or something.
Well,
The
I
studios
think
is like the grunt work.
everyone bigs up their role in the world. I used to work as an underwater ceramic engineer, washing up.
Josh, tell us something. How often do you work out?
Like 5 days a week.
We're not on a first date. You know that.
Do
right?
you look like? Why do you look like you read when you're lifting weights?
I don't. Well, I actually just got these glasses today.
Oh.
They're like
Can
the
we see you
Terrence
without the
Trent
glasses?
Darby glasses.
Wait, do you need glasses?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Hell yeah, you do.
Oh, you're beautiful.
Oh, you're
What,
better looking without the glasses.
So
That's true.
you just got the glasses today, and you need them. So what was happening last week in your life?
Contacts.
Okay.
But they keep getting dry, and it's just a pain in the ass. I hate
You can get
contacts.
female Viagra for that.
Right, grab the last comic and just squeeze her.
Mary won't mind. She's very
Yeah.
liberal.
Mary's so nice, she'll even put your contacts in for you with her little nub, just one at a time.
Are you like a big fuck guy? You seem like you probably are. You probably like a big, like promiscuous kind of womanizer dude.
No, not really. My sex life is pretty not exciting right now.
Oh, really? Oh, some girls are like available.
Girls
That's
are
crazy.
moaning.
Would you ever hook up with Aphrodite? You see Aphrodite right here, this big voluptuous. Is that your type?
I gave up drinking like a year ago.
That.
Oh shit! Oh shit! I don't know
That is
how
the-
Brian always has that ready for her, but
That is head and shoulders the funniest thing you said.
yeah.
Work out a way to make that into a joke. That was brilliant.
He's like, I gave up drinking like a year ago. You know, when the second twins arrived.
Is that really true? Did you really give up drinking a year ago?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I was just partying way too much.
What
and
happened
getting
like
in
the
trouble.
night when you got your
what's
shit together?
Rock bottom. We want to
Yeah.
hear about rock bottom. Aphrodite, were you involved?
What did you sleep with a 9?
The last night.
I slept with a 9. I ate tons of carbs, and I'm like, I can't live like this anymore. I'm going to Urban Outfitters to get some fake glasses frames and some tapered pants. I'm going to change my life. Are you in a program?
What?
Are you in a program?
No. I in the beginning I went to meetings and stuff, but then I like smoke pot and stuff, so they like aren't really about that at all.
Are you aware you're not singing a song with an indie band right now?
Arms wide open.
Yeah, I used to smoke pot.
Where are you from originally?
Here actually?
Oh, what do your parents do?
My mom's a graphic designer and my dad
Drives a van.
You're about to lie right now.
No, he owns.
He's
like,
a
he owns,
studio
like, a small
head.
eyeglass company.
Eyeglasses? Did you get your glasses from him? Whoa!
You may know my father. His name's Oliver Peoples. Oh, Mr. Warby Parker himself.
Is he a big eyeglass guy?
No, it's like it's a smaller company. I'm just not a huge fan.
Why?
White people
of
problems,
your
am I right?
father.
What?
That's the most understated family dysfunctional statement of all time.
Yeah.
I'm just not a big fan of my
'cause
dad.
he's not passionate about the frames. It's like you find a.
I'm coming around on this, dude.
Yeah.
My problem with you is you don't know why you're funny.
Yes.
You've said two very funny things totally inadvertently. He's not passionate about the frames. What's your problem with your dad? He used to abuse me when I was a kid. What's your problem with your dad? He's not passionate about eyeglasses. It's amazing.
What do you mean he's not passionate about the frames?
It's so with optometrists, like there's like the Medicare,
No.
it's like the budget frames that you just get. So you find a place in like Hong Kong that sells really cheap frames, and you're like, all right, those are cool and trendy enough to sell to optometrists. So it's just a business thing.
Couldn't you have gotten contacts from him?
What?
There's no frames involved in contacts.
He had contacts up till last week. If I
Oh, yeah,
owned,
okay, all right, take it back. All right.
if I owned an optometrist, like a shop that sold glasses, I would make them do the shop sign in a really blurry font.
They do. That's actually really popular in like optometry advertisements.
Really?
Wait,
Wow.
you know so.
Like out of focus advertisements.
Oh, interesting.
Dude, it sounds like you have an eye for the business. I'd go into it
Yeah.
if I were you. I have a question. How does your dad, you don't support your dad's eyeglasses business. Does your dad support your comedy?
Yeah, what's his frame of
He
mind?
snuck into it.
Tony, congratulations.
Come on, focus.
No, he's into it. He's supportive.
Well, hindsight is 20/20, so.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
We have to
I think
stop
we
this.
lost them.
Does your dad wear glasses?
Yeah, he does.
Does
Is
your
your
mom?
dad available to do Kill Tony?
He'd probably do it.
Really?
He might.
Oh wow.
Well, I'll
doesn't
tell you
have
something. You
passion.
got a lot to work against. It is hard, I think, to be good looking. I can tell you this, and go into stand-up comedy. But you can overcome it. You can overcome it.
How long you been on stand-up?
About 2 years in October. Oh, it's next month, yeah.
Is the twin thing brand new?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. No, I'm not dissing. I think I agree with Greg. It's a premise that could be really good. It needs to go more whimsical, but I think it's interesting that you've been doing it for 2 years and you couldn't do a minute. But now that I know that it's a new joke, I understand it's not finished.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I get one issue I'm having is just getting bored of my stuff really quickly.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, I'm on board.
Wait, you get bored of your stuff?
No.
No.
I think it's that, I think that thing though of like having, I'm sure you have like 5 minutes, if you've been doing it a couple of years, you have a great 5 minutes, like open with your strongest stuff, work in the new one, work in the crazy killing children joke, once they've warmed a little, would be my serious advice.
I have trouble maintaining the enthusiasm with older material.
Yeah,
so
no.
it doesn't
What
ever
I'm
work.
saying though is the thing that I just said. Do that.
Yep. And there he goes. Josh Sood? Is it Sood? Josh Sood, S-U-D-E. He's on Twitter at Josh Sood, all one word, S-U-D-E. Fuck yeah. Live audience, you guys having fun out there, huh? The #1 live podcast in the world on a Monday, having more fun than everybody else? All right, here's another name. Put your hands together for Dave Yates. Yeah. Another human being. Here he comes.
I just found out how old I was today. I am accidentally sit on my balls years old. Yeah, that's 31 if you're keeping track. And I know it's hard to tell because I still dress like I did a kickflip in the parking lot. I look this way the whole time. But being 31, I don't have any kids, and everybody I grew up with in Illinois has a bunch of kids. I was talking to a friend back home. He's like, yeah, I got 5 kids now. And I'm like, you have 5 kids? Like, I haven't even loved 5 people. Like, how the fuck you love all those kids, you know? I was back home. I was found behind a minivan, and the license plate said dad of 12. And I'm like, that dude's pull-out game is atrocious. And I'm surprised that van wasn't heading to the lake. Some of you guys are oohing in the back like these fictitious kids in this fake van from Illinois. Thanks, guys.
Dave Yates.
You know what's
Hello.
What's so funny about that is it was like a prove-out of Jimmy Carr's theory of comedy. Do a few good jokes before you kill the children in the joke. And it will work. It works.
You are welcome, everyone. You're welcome. I thought that was great. What was the phrase? I always think with comedy, it's like sometimes it's about the joke and sometimes it's about great phrasing. And his pull-out game is atrocious. It's just a great phrase.
Thanks.
Did you see that in California?
No, back home in Illinois.
Yeah.
Pay attention, Tony.
How long have you been in LA?
Since April.
Since April. You live here now?
Yes.
That's very cool. You just moved here by yourself?
Yep.
Yeah, he just had this vibe, didn't he, when he came out like, I'm a comedian. That was the vibe I got, like, he was funny before.
Yeah. What are you doing for a living?
Right. I got fired recently, so just Postmates and...
Where'd you get fired from? Wow, a huge fan of Postmates over there.
It's the same person that was down to fuck the last comedian.
I was working for a rehab center, and I had to switch my shifts to do some comedy shows, and they fired me because I switched my shifts.
Sorry, and the real story is you sold them what? You sold them what kind of drugs?
Crack.
Crack, yeah, that's the thing.
Real big back in Illinois.
Wait, you worked in a substance abuse rehab center?
Yeah.
And so these were people that were just coming off it and like had to be housed?
Yeah, like outpatient, so...
You're not sober, though.
Yeah, over 5 years sober.
Oh, really?
Man,
Whoa, but
great.
you still have the whole, like, I am a drug addict vibe. That's cool.
Yeah, I saw what happened to the last guy, so I'm like, I'm not doing my sober material.
No, you can, I mean, you're really stuck with the look.
Thanks.
And I admire that, but 5 years sober is a great thing. So have you got kind of obsessed by comedy now?
It's pretty true. Like,
It tends to be that thing, though. If you've got that addictive personality,
it's-
you find something else to love.
it's like the only thing in the world where it's like you wake up after like a shitty night of drinking, like, fuck, I'm never doing that again.
I'm sorry. Sorry
It's
about
the same
that.
thing
No.
with a bad set, like where you're like, I don't fuck, why am I doing this to myself? And they're like, oh shit, I'm gonna go try to do Kill Tony, you know?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
interesting. It's like you're chasing a good high
Yeah,
all the
no,
time.
no,
I never thought of it
100%.
like that. That's
100%
interesting.
agree. Yep.
What were your drugs of choice?
I was alcoholic. Was still.
Just straight up? No drugs?
No, I was like a garbage can. Like I would do any drugs.
Oh, okay. There we go. Just an alcoholic. Garbage can.
He got like offended. Are you fucking kidding me? No. I'm a crack addicted piece of shit, Tony.
Yeah.
But also,
Tony Hitchcock.
I'm not sure about Tony's line of questioning there of the I was an alcoholic. Yeah, was that all?
Yeah.
Is that not enough?
Yeah, this is the Comedy Store. You got to go deeper than that. But I've spent some time in the program myself, and I found that a lot of people got their start in comedy by standing up and qualifying because it's the greatest fucking audience in the world. Is that kind of what got you started?
No, I started comedy as a way to curb my drinking, so I stopped drinking and started doing comedy.
Oh, that's cool.
And then
You don't find it hard to not drink while you're at comedy clubs all the time?
nah, man, it's just like I look at it like this, like I'm just like allergic to that shit.
Yeah.
Like I just don't fuck with what.
What else have you noticed other than comedy is something that distracts you from that you're passionate about?
Music, like I travel around seeing a lot of live shows.
You do?
Yeah.
You big
sing?
deadhead?
Yeah.
I see you got a Grateful Dead shirt on.
Thanks for noticing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I always notice. Usually I
better
notice
hat.
by the smell, but for you I notice by the shirt.
You sing?
No. I'm just a patron of music.
Oh, gotcha.
What other bands do you follow now that the Dead is dead?
Ween.
Got it. That's a Ween song for those of you wondering.
Shout out.
Anything else?
About me, I make and sell my own hot sauce.
What the fuck?
Ooh, now we're talking.
So do I, but that's just
Too
what
bad-
I call my
Too bad
cum.
you're sober now because you can make a run for the world's most interesting man
I know,
campaign.
right?
What's the name of your hot sauce?
Ha ha, hot sauce.
What's the level? What's the?
I really like this guy.
I think I know what you're selling after shows once you become a headliner.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I sell that shit as a feature. I kill.
What's the pepper level? This.
I use the Carolina Reaper. So,
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but it's like I didn't make it so hot that you couldn't eat it because there's no repeat business in that.
What hotel bathtub do you make it in?
In Culver City, it's my bungalow house bathtub.
You make it for real at your house?
Yeah,
That's
not
so
street
cool.
legal.
It's not street legal.
No, it's not street legal. That's
No,
what you
because
should
it's
call
FDA
it.
Approval and shit. So
That's
every
what
time-
you should call it, though. Not street legal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great name for a hot sauce,
Yeah.
right there.
Sounds dangerous.
Do you have any on you?
I usually.
He's got
carry
some on
in
the
my
shirt.
trunk, but
You're already fucking up. All right, moving on.
Jeremiah actually bought a bottle from me.
Really?
I'll buy a bottle.
That's cool.
Yeah.
No, I buy
There you
all
go.
my hot
I'll take
sauce
one
from
for
white
free.
guys for sure. I go to the white guy first. I'm like, I trust this guy when it comes to hot sauce.
Thanks.
That's cool.
What are you afraid of?
Dying.
Really?
Fucking Tony.
What
Fuck.
do you think's gonna? How do you see yourself dying now that you're not on drugs? You don't drink. So how do you think you're gonna go?
Probably a car accident in L.A. You know, like. Yeah.
There you go. We had that sound effect.
Probably not. You never go over 10 miles an hour here, so it's never that bad.
Yeah. Interesting.
I don't know. My first 2 months here, someone fucking clipped me and totaled my Honda. Like first 2 months here, I totaled my car.
Wow.
Total the car. Lost the job. I'm just getting the 1 year LA beatdown that everybody talks
Really?
about.
How many fingers did you lose in that accident? Piece of shit.
Yeah.
Hey, who's the band? What's the band you've seen the most times, and how many times have you seen them?
Fish.
Fish.
Yeah.
Were you in New York recently watching the Fish mega shows at the
No,
Garden?
I wasn't, but I just was in Denver. Saw them 3 times in Denver last weekend.
It's so cool to see a band that many times that isn't good. That's
Yeah.
cool. I like that.
It's passion, baby.
Yeah, that's true passion.
How many times have you seen them?
20.
Wow.
Which is not really a lot compared to a lot of people.
Good lord.
But how do you watch Fish without being high? That seems weird.
I like to dance. Like I don't know, like I dance around.
Really?
Can you show us?
If we played some Fish right now, would you show us?
Oh no!
Yeah.
Don't do it! Don't do it, man!
It's a little soft shoe. Oh yeah. A little bit of soft shoe.
I get why you were an alcoholic.
I have
Awesome.
Couldn't dance.
I have a
still
number
can't
of
dance
comments
now.
to make. My first comment there is when you dance, your whole body is a question mark.
And it's asking, should I really be doing this right now?
Well, you know when people
every
say,
moment of that.
You know-
Okay, that dance was
you
awful.
know, no, you were amazing, but you know that phrase they say, dance like there's nobody looking. We were looking.
No, he danced. You go by the phrase "dance like you've never seen what dancing looks like." Yeah.
The
No,
only
that's
thing
cool.
missing was a cop and a taser there.
You dance like a
Reliving the
deaf.
glory days.
No, joie de vivre, man. This guy knows how to live. I think that's cool. I've been sober a long time too. I went to raves for 10 years sober. I've been to Burning Man 20 times sober. This is fun.
Moshe, can you show us your festival dance?
I'm good.
Don't make the same mistake I did.
Well, I've been doing comedy too long to fall for
I
that.
know.
I don't need these people's approval that much.
How long have you done? Like, what's your set? Like, how long is it?
In comedy or sober?
Comedy.
Oh, I've been doing comedy almost 7 years.
Yeah, but what are you comfortable with? Like, what's your good? Like, 10 minutes?
30 minutes.
Would you like to try out the Ice House this Friday? Get some good luck.
Whoa! Boom! Dave Yates
Thank you, Brian.
curbs his drinking this Friday at the Ice House. There you go, Dave Yates.
Keep dancing.
He's on Twitter at Yates Comedy. Catch him at the Ice House Death Squad show, 10 p.m. at the Ice House this Friday night. That's how it happens. Dreams come true. 1 second, you're just a normal person in a bucket. The next, you're performing at the oldest comedy club in the world,
The
where
Ice
only
House?
one person
Yeah.
has ever shot their 1 hour special
the Ice
on
House is the,
Netflix. One shot.
At least
Still
the oldest in the
streaming.
United
I thought it was.
And it's still streaming, and it's still streaming.
What do you think?
I thought you gave him a show in a strip club. I didn't realize. It was
Oh
a
no,
bar.
the Ice House.
No idea.
We are in for a special treat. I know this young lady. I've seen her around the Comedy Store now for a few months. I do believe this is her first time on this show. Put your hands together for Leela Hart. The long walk from the corner of the room. Comedy Store, Monday night, make some fucking noise! What are you guys doing out there?
Already good.
If you're wondering what kind of car I drive, you're right. It is a Mario Kart. Guys are always coming up to me. They're like, damn, girl, you're fun size. And I'm like, really? Fun size? You think it's fun having to sit on a booster seat when I drive? The only thing fun about me is the fact that I can order from the kids menu and I can suck a dick standing up. Is that fun or is that just convenient? I'm 4'6", 4'8" with heels, about the size of an LA parking meter. People are like, are you a midget? And I'm like, no, I am Filipino. Thank you, I'm Lila Hart.
Lila Hart. Only 45 seconds. You even come in short on your time.
Well done.
That was awesome. Leela, am I saying that right?
Lila.
Lila. Fuck yeah. One more time for Lila Hart, everybody.
Thank
It's your first time on the show, right?
you. Yes, it is.
That was good.
Fuck
Now
yeah.
That's just a shirt, right?
Yeah, it's a
Cool-
shirt,
cool.
but I just made it a dress.
Yeah.
I'm small.
I noticed. That's cool.
So, what is that?
Oh, I bought this from
Great
Boone.
question.
He asked a hard-hitting question.
Yeah.
It's just a, like, I guess it's a...
Oh, I thought he was talking about you, not the jumper.
Right, I
thought it
was. Yeah, no, I'm back to you. If it's not, if it's, so it's not technically a mid, like, what makes a midget a midget? What is that?
jeez.
Oh, what is this, over the line?
The fuck?
What are you
I
talking
think-
about?
hey,
It's a
hey,
live
hey,
show.
hey,
I'm asking a
I
question.
I think it's okay for Tony to ask, because I think he's won too.
Yeah. I mean, I'm above average height, Jimmy, but okay, I guess.
Well,
They're called transsexuals now, Tony.
okay, I'm
Yeah.
not the kind of, well, I do a lot of midget gigs, and I did go to, like, a party once, and the guy was like, this isn't the kind of midget I ordered.
No, the short
Really?
story. The short story.
Wait, hold up. What do you mean a midget gig?
You know, people hire midgets to, like, go to parties and stuff.
Oh, for real? Oh,
No,
like
this is, like, I'm dead ass. This is
you're dead ass. That's cool.
No, that's what you. I mean, obviously, this is only a minute, and you were very good. You had proper jokes, but
For sure.
I think that thing about this is what you need to talk about, because it's absolutely fascinating. As soon as you walk on stage, everyone in the room is made of questions.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the booster seat, the driving thing. Everyone kind of goes, right, what have you, like, if you walked into, it feels like being back at high school. It's like that thing of going, tell me everything.
right.
Tell me everything. You know, this is something obviously you're kind of, you know, you're born with, and you must have heard all the jokes going through.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's cool that you're hot, though, you know?
Thank you.
Like, that's really cool, you know?
mean, yeah, that's what's kind of interesting is I think when you see people that are different, a lot of times, why is that funny? She's different than somebody who's...
Oh, you groaned when I said, what's the legal height of midgetdom, but you call her a freak show over there, Greg.
But that she's so hot that, like, most people avert their gaze if you're different, but with you it's the opposite. So you don't know if people are checking you out because you're different or because they want to fuck you.
Right, and really, what is the difference? You know what I mean? Think about it.
It really is an interesting thing because you do give off a very sexual energy. Like,
For sure.
Thank you.
I remember the first day I met you, I thought to myself, wow, if I 69 with her, she could eat my belly button out.
Can she have that? You should let her have that, because
Yeah,
you're not going to be able to use that again.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he might be able to. He's not.
I got a joke for you, Leela. You could say, if you're like, people ask what's the difference between me and a midget, because I'm not a midget, and you could be like, well, I can't fit in the overhead bin, or something like, you can't check.
I don't think
carry on.
Layla,
Someone
look,
like a carry
look,
on
this
bag
eyes,
is bigger than a carry on
eyes
bag.
this way. He is not helping.
That's a good joke.
It is a good joke, and you can tell because of the crowd response.
What's some of...
Band's 0 for 5 tonight.
What does, you notice...
You know, delivery's a lot in comedy, but I don't deliver, you know?
I'm Hurricane Katrina, for God's sake. That's a great joke for Hurricane Katrina.
Okay, tell us the weirdest. What's the most inappropriate thing a person's ever said to you?
Yep.
Well, oh goodness. A lot of times people just like pick me up out of nowhere, like they don't even say anything.
That's
just
so
pick me up.
crazy and
Brad
rude.
Williams, you know Brad? He's a dwarf and he's a comic. He's a friend of mine. He's a great guy. He said that's the only thing that annoys him. He doesn't mind any of the questions. He doesn't mind the teasing. He's had it all his life, and it's part of who he is. He's fine with it. But people picking him up, he fucking hates.
Because it's saying to the person, you're not a human being. You're a thing that I am to play with. It's,
Right.
Yeah, I would never pick you up unless you said, please pick me up. And then my wife was like, it's all good, pick her up. And then I'll pick you up. I'll pick you up, and then I'll put you down. I'll pick you up, and I'll put you down. And I pick you up, and then we will be done at that point.
And on an upstroke.
Yeah, well, I imagine it would be exciting.
When people pick you up, how do they know? Do they normally just lift you like a kettlebell? Something like that? Just sort of just like that a few times? Or?
I don't know, like how you pick up like a puppy or something.
What's the craziest thing a guy's ever
Like
tried to
a
do to you
puppy.
in bed? Like sexually? Like what is that like? I mean, it's got to be different.
I would.
You seem like you'd be a real little animal.
The
great-
sex is dope. I think.
What,
it's
sex
great.
is dope, or sex is dope?
Good. It's good with me.
I mean,
Oh, with you.
Because even a guy like me looks huge.
Yeah, it's all.
I've heard of a spinner before, but you're like a fidget spinner.
I mean, I approve of the joke. I think that was the
You
right
notice
joke
I
to
used
make.
the word fidget. Fidget.
No, Leela?
Lila.
That's what they
Lila.
prefer to be called, fidgets.
Lila, what do you do for, are you a professional comic, or do you do other stuff for work?
I do digital advertisement on YouTube and Facebook.
Digital advertising.
It's digital.
But what do you, I'm still confused about midget gigs. What do you mean? Are you in an agency? Like,
I used to be the miniature Ariana Grande act at Beacher's Madhouse.
oh, that's interesting.
Sorry, you were the miniature Ariana Grande.
At Beacher's Madhouse, yeah.
I mean, I don't know what Beacher's Madhouse is, but I want to go to there.
What is Beecher's Madhouse?
It was this show at the Roosevelt, and then we had a bunch of like mini acts.
So it's like Ariana Chica.
Right, it's
It's
Ariana.
the opposite of Grande. Forget it. All right, not a multicultural crowd. Sorry.
Ariana Tall would work better.
So,
the Starbucks.
Venti.
Venti, there you go.
So would you sing or lip sync?
I was just like a lip sync act. I mean, it was really strange, but you know what? I just want to say, like, I do comedy so that I can spread awareness and talk about these things. Like, people used to make fun of me, and now it's like the ultimate, like, fuck you, because I'm on stage talking about it.
Yeah,
great.
totally.
And I want to say to you that at this point, we're no longer thinking about the fact that you're small. We're mostly thinking about the fact that we all desperately want to sleep with you. So
Yeah.
in that way, we've broken through that glass ceiling.
We
you know?
truly, while respecting your comedy, cannot fathom how tight that pussy must be.
It's like a fleshlight.
So, can I ask about the comedy that you do? Because obviously, if you've got something like this, it's an obvious kind of attraction, you're small, and you do jokes about that when you start doing comedy the first 10 minutes. I don't know how long a set you have now, but like, do you talk about other things on stage?
Yes. But it's like I have to start with that.
100%,
you know,
yeah.
And I just get that out of the way, and then people like see me as me, and then I just answer all of the questions that anybody thinks when they first see me. You know.
Okay, best question. What's the best question you've been asked?
I mean, just like, what exactly do I have? I have spina bifida, so I have like a bit where I actually talk about having spina bifida.
Okay, so that's the most common question is, what do you have, spina
Yeah.
bifida? Okay. And what's the bit?
Do you want to hear the bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to hear the bit.
Okay, I say, sorry, I'm just so nervous.
Oh, don't. Come on.
Yeah, don't be all bent out of shape about it.
Okay. The joke is, I say, okay, to be honest, I'm not a midget. I actually have spina bifida. And for those of you that don't know, it's a congenital birth defect. And most people with my condition, they can't walk. So every morning, I wake up so grateful for the doctors and the surgeons, for all the operations on me, to make it possible for me to stand here today so I can get hashtag blessed. Praise Jesus. It's a fucking miracle. You know, and I like to make it very clear to any new guy that I'm dating. I'm like, yo, here's the dealio, baby. I've got spina bifida. But don't you worry, everything down south, it works just right. Maybe a little extra better, because there are things you can do with me you can't do with the regular sized woman. Spinner, sex in the backseat, forget about it. We could do it in the glove box.
Boom. Got it. A lot of setup there.
A lot of setup. Long way to go before we got there. But I would just cut straight to the "we can do it in the glove box" gag.
But I
loved it.
I get what she's saying. She's got to like contextualize what spina bifida is and stuff, and that's part. By the way, how long have you been doing comedy?
It'll be 2 years.
And have you done NACA yet? Have you done the college thing?
Mm-mm.
If you could, do you have clean stuff that isn't about what I desperately want to do to you? Is it? Do you? Because if you do a 5-minute clean set and send it off to NACA, do you have a college agent?
No.
I'll connect you to somebody.
Whoa!
You'll make so much money. I mean, you are who they want. You know, it's because you're funny, but it's also like
Moshe's gonna get laid.
No, I'm not. Natasha, I love you, baby. If you're listening. But anyway.
What is it about tiny women you like so much?
I'm like, 4'11" is boring. Maybe we can shave a few inches off. Anyway, you would make so much money in the college circuit. I mean, that is, you are built for that. You are.
Surely are.
You mentioned you praised Jesus at one point. Is that a big thing with you?
I just like to do it.
But you're not. Are you Christian?
I would say I'm more spiritual, but yeah. Sure.
Right.
I would take I mean, it's only my opinion, but I would take the hashtag blessed out of the set. Because that kind of, I don't know why, but I kind of think, unless there's a punchline, don't say it.
Maybe add a hashtag spina bifida.
Oh, wow. Just, all right.
Yeah, blessed is kind of over, I think.
All right. Well, Lila.
Well, we've reached the point of Kill Tony where everybody's too horny to keep interviewing.
Not true. I love how you think everybody's like so horny.
Everybody's like me, right?
Yes.
And when you...
I want to see your fucking web browser tomorrow afternoon.
It's just like, do you have a clean 5 minutes plus spina bifida? Hashtag blessed.
What kind of guys are you into, Lila?
I don't really have a type.
Really?
Your answer should be tall.
Well, yeah, I do like tall guys.
Well, that's me in that context, and I'm only 5'7", so.
But I mean, like, that's tall to me, so it works.
That's what I just said.
Is that... I mean, the other thing, I'm interested in the stand-up set because that as well, you kind of threw away the I can give a blowjob standing up, but the descriptor and the mime of that is kind of what I would expand on. Just a thought.
Yep.
I mean, that's sort of what the podcast's about, isn't it? So, good luck.
And before I let you go, let me ask you one more question. With those midget gigs, like you've come clearly so far. You said you used to do midget gigs. That's what you called it, right? Now, like, you've come far. You just killed on Kill Tony. You got a bunch of jokes. Moshe's hooking you up with a college agent, right? Or
Yeah.
at least he's gonna
A
try.
college agent. It's just me in a suit. Thank you for coming in. You know, we don't pay anything for the first audition, but this is just a tape to see if the producers like it. No. I will connect you with a. I don't know if they'll represent you, but I will definitely
When it comes
introduce
to
you.
when it comes to midget gigs, what was like your lowest low?
It was
Nice.
this dude's birthday.
4'7".
Oh, are you asking me a question or being funny? Okay.
Both.
Probably.
Yep.
It was this. It was the worst thing that ever happened to me. Is this Armenian guy's 30th birthday party.
Ooh.
You could stop right there. We get it. That is low. I'm sorry that you had to go through that.
Hey, look, we had this girl jump out of our cupcake.
No, but he literally said to me when I got to the party in front of everybody, "This is not the kind of midget I ordered," and.
I want to return this midget.
And he
That's a
kicked me
great
out of the
title.
party.
That's
No
a
shit,
great
he kicked you
title
out?
for a one-woman show.
I didn't make the money. And
If
I
that's
remember crying.
hang
I'm
on a
like,
second.
oh, yeah, what?
If that's a one-woman show title right there, this is not the kind of midget I ordered. That is when you do a one-woman show. That is what it should be called. That's
Yeah.
the title. That's the whole thing. This is not the kind of midget I ordered.
Right, but for you to do a one-woman show, you got to go twice as long. You know that, right?
Lila, you were absolutely awesome on here. Great stuff, great interview. So open, so honest, so cool. There she goes, Lila Hart, everybody. That's like Aphrodite's new arch nemesis, complete opposite of Aphrodite. Look at her. Whoa, Aphrodite showing off some cleavage tonight. No Allie Makovsky. I believe she's out on the road in New York City this week. So we're going back to the bucket, turbo style. Sound cool with you guys, huh? You having fun out there? Guy with his arms crossed? Talking with his fucking girlfriend right now? Pieces of shit. Piece of shit audience. Ooh, this looks like an interesting name. Put your hands together for Jaloid Spencer.
What it do? What's happening? Yeah, had a situation the other day where I realized that I'm at a point where I'm not the man that I thought I was. I was doing a catering event, going to the job. This guy was behind me, kind of like honking his horn very loudly while I was in the lift, you know, kind of wouldn't let me get out of the passage. You know, I was like, dude, what the fuck is going on? So, you know, I'm in the back and I just like flipped this motherfucker off, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck you, bitch. You know, I don't play that. You know, and then the Lyft driver stopped and this large African-American gentleman got out of the van that he was driving. He was heavily tattooed. And I believe the first words out of his mouth were like, fuck you, nigga. And I was like, excuse me? I was like, what did you, excuse me? And he was like, fuck you, nigga. What's up? And I was like, damn, this wasn't who I expected to jump out of the, this wasn't who I expected to jump out of the van. And I've always been a fighter. I've always been a guy that don't really take no shit, even though I'm not like the biggest person. You got to stand up for yourself. Always been a fighter, but I had to get to work. So I think that's it for me.
You want to go ahead and finish it if you
So
want.
I had to get to work, and the cops were standing around, clearly not about to help me out. So I was just like, listen, sir, you better be glad I got to get to work. So I just ran the fuck inside and decided to save my life. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow, you should have ended it on the cat. There was nothing. There was no punchlines after that. Hi, Jaloid. This is your
Hello.
first time on the show, right?
This is my first time.
Am I
on
saying
the
that
show.
right, Jaloid?
You said it perfect, man. Most people fuck it up, so that's cool.
So it was a large black man that got out of the car.
It was very, very large. Very. Made me think.
And you ran?
I did. Once, like, I saw the cops weren't going to do anything because I was working a big event. There were some cops kind of standing there, and they were basically just, like, watching, like, look at this silly motherfucker. So I saw they weren't about to do anything, and I did run. I mean, slowly. It was, like, more of a, like, a quick walk.
When you ran, did you scream, "Did I do that?" as you ran away? No,
I should have.
Just curious. Love your work.
I should have. Have you got any funny stories?
Any funny stories? I need to come up with some.
Well, that was. I mean, it's a nice story, but it didn't have a punchline. Didn't have a hook.
I got work.
How long you been doing stand-up, Jaloid?
I've been doing stand-up for about a year.
Really?
About a year.
Where
About
at?
a year. I've been at the Pasadena Ice House. I've been at I've been at the Comedy Store before.
The fact that you called it the Pasadena Ice House
Yeah.
makes me wonder how many times you've done
That's
it.
already a mistake.
Pasadena,
You caught me
California.
in a lie. You caught me in a lie.
Oh, you lied? Is that a lie?
No,
No.
I'm not. I live in Pasadena.
If
I've
you
been
had to
here
guess
before.
how many times you've done stand-up comedy, about how many times ballpark would you guess? Just name a number.
It's under 20.
There you go.
It's under 20. It hadn't been long.
Right.
You know what? It's not how many times you do comedy that matters. It's family that matters. Family matters. I love doing that.
I'm with that. I'm with that.
That was amazing. Yeah. No, that's not the right show. That's a different show.
So,
Same shit.
are we gonna?
Welcome to Black Friends.
I did think it was an interesting premise of a black dude being afraid of a big black dude in traffic. There is some, there's fertile information there because, you know, you don't present as like a tough guy. You know, you got the glasses and the, you know, the like hipster Urkel thing. And like, so like, I wanted that, I was like excited about, and then it kind of, it fizzled a little bit. But I think there is something to that, right?
I think the shirt gives you some sense of his blackness. It looks like a close-up of a sickle cell under a microscope.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Wow. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Jaloid, you look like Floyd Mayweather Jr.
There you go. I've heard that. Yeah, I actually went out there for the Floyd Mayweather Manny Pacquiao fight, and I got some of that commentary. So
I don't know what you just said.
So what's the?
Hey, let me ask you a question.
What's the workshopped version of that joke? Because it is. You're right. It's an interesting premise. You were scared of this guy, and then you said, "I've got to go."
Right.
Okay, we need more than that.
We do.
What's a funny thing that could have happened? It could be made up. It doesn't need to be true. It just needs to be funny.
A funny thing that could have happened. I don't know. Maybe we could have like hugged it out or something like that. I need to do a better.
What if you started running from him and an even smaller black guy saw you and started running from you and it started a chain reaction all through Hollywood?
That could work. That could work. I like it. That could work.
That's that Greg Fitzsimmons writer brain, writer for HBO's Crashing.
I can't stop.
I also was very unclear about you were catering and then you were in a lift. I didn't know the choreography of the bit. And then the guy was in a van and you were in the back of a lift catering, but there was a...
I was in a lift headed to a catering event.
Oh, no,
I
wasn't
can't hear this
interested.
again.
Yeah. But I just meant like it needs to be tight, like, you know, why were you in a... Who cares that you were in a lift? Unless it's important to the story, who gives a fuck?
Sure.
I was driving, I flipped the dude off, he jumped out of the car. It was a big black guy. I was like, this is not who I thought I was flipping off.
I don't think 20 spots into comedy. I don't think the technical side is going to get us far with Jaloid. So let's talk about your real. Let's talk about your real life. Tell us more about you. You have kids? Ever been married?
No kids, man. I've never been married. I don't have any kids.
You ever been arrested?
I have been arrested.
For what?
A DUI.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Pasadena?
No, man. Actually, I moved from Atlanta, so I got a DUI in Atlanta.
Gotcha.
Thankfully, because I hear there are real bad laws out here. So.
Yeah.
How did Master Splinter feel about that?
Not good.
Georgia cops
The
are kind
Ninja
of tough.
Turtles
Did
show.
they rough you up?
No, cops didn't rough me up. You know, it wasn't a good experience. You know what I'm saying? But I guess it could have been worse. So, you know, it wasn't bad.
This is like the most racist interview ever. So do you have kids? A lot of kids running around? You've been arrested a few times? Did the cops beat you up a little bit? Did they throw you
Rub
down
you
on the
up?
ground?
Rub
Does
you
your
up?
life matter, sir?
Did we figure out what you do for a living?
Yeah, besides I serve and I bartend. That's what I do.
Where at?
So I serve at LA Live, like downtown. Bartend down there too.
Oh.
And I do obviously some catering. So keeping
Yeah.
the bills paid.
Yeah. How long you been doing that?
Man, I've been doing that for like 7 years.
Here in LA?
No, I just moved to LA 2 years ago.
Gotcha.
Here's another really racist thing.
Let's go.
I can't tell if you're 22 or 50.
I like that. That's cool. Yeah, a lot of people tell me that. That's cool. I'll dig it.
How old are you for real?
I'm 32.
32.
Right in the middle.
Yeah.
Right in the middle.
Very good.
Wow.
Do you date a lot?
Yeah, I date a little bit. I wouldn't say that's a lot. I get out.
Yeah. What do you use the internet to date, or do you go to?
No,
what do you-
I don't do any internet dating.
No. How come?
I'm just not into it. I don't really think it's for me. I'd rather kind of like talk to somebody or something like that, you know, for real, face to face.
Maybe you could try telling them that story about how you were in a lift one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would work.
Like a war of attrition, really wear them down.
So you like to meet him face to face. So like the last girl you hung out with, where'd you meet her at?
I met her at the after hours.
The after hours.
Yeah, so like all these clubs out here close early, like at 2 and stuff. So with the job I do, I get out late. So sometimes we'll go to the after hours.
Wait, is there only one after hours in Los
There's a
Angeles?
lot.
Oh, then why are you giving it the honorific of the after hours?
It's like the club.
That's just what I don't know.
Right.
That's kind of where I'm being from, the after hours.
Okay.
So then, what? She's standing at a bar by herself, sort of something like that, or were you introduced by a friend?
No, I just like started talking to her. Like we were just kind of like hanging out, and she was with some friends. We started talking and exchanged info, hung out.
You took her back to your place?
No, not that night. We wound up like meeting up later to kind of like hang out, went out for dinner and stuff like that.
Are you like Christian?
Yeah, I am Christian.
Okay. Are you okay? I couldn't figure it out for a while. No, because it was like you got this edgier look, and I'm like, but he's like so like, well, just I spoke with her, as a woman of God, in the loving frankincense-addled bow of the Lord. Okay. So are you?
I try not to be too predictable,
What does your hand tattoo say? You have a tattoo on your hand. What does that say?
It says the devil is a liar.
There you go, Moshe.
Right. It originally said the Jews are liars, but you had it.
That's covered on the left hand.
What's that tattoo say on that arm?
On which one?
Both of them, I guess. I didn't see two at first, but
choices, consequences, just little shit that I think about.
The devil is a liar. What's the dirtiest lie the devil ever told you?
That Stefan Urkel was cool.
A few.
That is the devil, right?
Now, are you like raised with Jesus, Christian, or are you like I fucked up, found Jesus?
No. You know what I'm saying? It's like my family. My family was pretty Christian, so I don't like go to church all the time and things like that. But
but when you do go to church, you dance your heart out.
Oh,
yeah.
I like to dance.
Is it one of those? Do you go to a cool black church?
Here, I'll try to push him down.
I don't. I don't really.
What are you trying to do?
Let's see if I could push him down just using my hands.
Stick with the soundboard, Brian. Stick with the soundboard.
Oh, so you're not super religious?
I mean, I believe in God, but I don't like go to church all the time. I will go to church sometimes.
You're not Christian. You're Christ-ish.
No, I'm a Christian. I don't want to
I think
if somebody asked me that, I'd say it.
I think if I had to say what would Jesus do, I think he would make up a punchline for that story. I feel like he was a good storyteller, and he would cut to the chase on that.
Yeah, he drew.
All right, Jaloid. Well, it's your first time on the show, right?
Yeah, appreciate it.
There you go, Jaloid Spencer.
Jaloid, nice to meet you,
everyone.
Thank you, guys.
You got to get up more often, Jaloid. Do more spots. I guess you work at night. He's on Twitter at Jaloid, Jello. That's not a joke. YD. Jello, YD. Spencer. His Twitter handle is Jaloid, JMJ. Jaloid.
Quick shout out to the movie Ten Men, directed by Barry Levinson from 1987 with Danny DeVito and just check it out. It's a great movie.
Fuck yeah, I like that.
Are you broken?
I didn't know we could do that.
All right. This looks like even another new name, I do believe. Put your hands together for Charlotte Keeney. Ooh. Uh-oh.
Blacklisted.
Charlotte missed her spot.
Charlotte.
All right.
Is that her?
Is that Charlotte? No. I pulled another name out of the bucket. Again, this looks like a new name. Put your hands together for Mecky Leaper? Mecky Leaper?
I watched gay porn for the first time recently. I didn't really want to, but all my friends, these like college bros, so they're like super jacked, super intimidating, but also really woke dudes. So they kind of like bullied me into it. They were like, come on, dude, you never watched gay porn before? And I was like, no. And they were like, come on, man, you never even looked at it? You never even clicked on it? What are you, like, homophobic? I was like, all right, first of all, no. Second of all, that seems like a weird way to support a group of people. Like, could you imagine if someone came up to you at a party just like, hey, man, I heard you don't care about Syrian refugees. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I think it's important they come to this country in their time of need. It's like, yeah? Well, are you watching them fuck? It's like, what? What? It's like, hey, man, I heard you're some kind of capitalist piece of shit, and you don't care about small businesses. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I think it's an important way to grow the local economy. It's like, yeah? Why don't you jerk off my Etsy page then, dude? What's up?
Wow! Wow, wow, wow! How do I say your name?
Mecky Leaper, you got it.
Mecky Leaper. How old are you?
I just turned 23 like 2 days ago.
Phenomenal stuff, Mecky Leaper.
Mecky, Philadelphia?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you. I've seen your clips before.
Oh, yeah. I was supposed to open for you like 2
Yeah,
days
yeah,
ago.
and I'm glad you didn't based on what you just did. No, I'm kidding. You're very funny. I was like almost thinking like, oh, this is a ringer. He's super funny. I've seen your stuff before. You're really good.
You are the Jews are proud tonight.
Yeah.
But they're proud every night, but tonight especially.
You had it right from the get. You had it right from the beginning, and you kept momentum the entire time. How long have you been doing stand-up?
Like 2 years.
Wow.
That's just a good bit too. That's just like a bit you wish you had, kind of like.
Yeah, the bros that are kind of cool. I mean, it was great, fucking great. You seem fully formed.
Yeah.
Let's just ask him questions about himself
Right.
because the comedy seems fine.
Yeah.
What do you? How long have you been out here?
Like 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
You just moved here?
Yeah.
Wow, you're gonna be a star.
I wouldn't go that far.
I
Not
think
gonna be
so.
A star. It's a
I know
long
it for a
road.
fact. He's gonna be one of those like fucking Big Bang Theory kids.
I was gonna say I've never been more attracted to a man in my life. I think.
Wow.
Whoa.
Schulberg.
Maybe you will be a star.
Mecky Leaper. You're 23 years old. You just graduated from college?
I dropped out to do this.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you know what? Good choice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know what you were like at college, but you're good at this. You'll be
Mecca,
fine.
lecca, hi, Mecca, Heidi, ho. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Wow.
Maybe it's time for the hurricanes to blow away. I love
You know why
you.
we're rough? It's because we're like less experienced and we're with some pretty big guns up on the comedy stage. So whenever we say anything, we don't deliver it with the same confidence that we would if there were lessers on stage. That's true.
Well, the award for passive aggression goes to.
No, the first time I saw you, which was how long ago?
I opened for you like a couple months ago.
A couple months ago, and I was just like, motherfucker, this guy needs to go to L.A. And you had a good attitude all week, too. You weren't a cocky little fuck, which you have every right to be, but you're totally like a chill guy.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But I did follow him all week. And fell asleep.
Yeah.
All right, Mecky, I don't like you, and I'm going to tell you why. No, I do like you. I think you're cool. I think we just fell in love a little bit. Everybody's just, you're good, man. You're good. Get out of here.
No. I want to wait a little bit because I want to find out more about you. You come up, you kill, you're 23. Let's figure out some stuff about your actual life. I want to meet you.
Yeah.
Tell us more about Mecky Leaper.
It's kind of boring. This is it. I just do stand-up.
No,
Aren't your
come on.
parents teachers or something?
No. Okay. Well, I mean, the bit that you probably heard is my family's Muslim, but I don't look like it. That's kind of the bit. Is I'm like surprised, but now I can't do it because I said it.
Yeah.
It's kind of boring. I'm just a young white Muslim in the opposition religion that is probably the primary story of our national narrative right now, but it's not a very big or interesting story.
Nobody wants to hear it.
Are you a religious Muslim?
Growing up, I would like go to the mosque and go to church because my dad's Christian, but not anymore. No.
That is a mixed marriage right there. That's interesting already.
Yeah. That's he converted to Islam to marry my mom, and then they moved here, and then he flip-flopped back.
It's like, fuck that. I'm out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go to church. Where's that Urkel guy? I'm going that way.
Yeah.
And what are you kind of drawn to? Because you got the choice, right?
Between the two of them, I mean,
it's all made up, but which made up do you like?
Neither. I think because I went to both, I was like, oh, this is a lie.
You're in Hollywood now, my friend. Scientology.
That's true. I mean, that's exciting.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good way to go.
Your stage name should be Jihad Moskowitz.
But his dad's Christian, so what's a Moskowitz?
Jesus Moskowitz.
There you go. No.
What the
That's a Christian
I gotta
Jewish
pee.
guy.
That's the worst bombing involving a mosque I've ever seen before.
Happy 9/11, everybody.
Oh yeah, it is 9/11. So are you like celebrating a little bit?
It's a big day.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Congrats, man.
Did you go up on the rooftop?
Yeah, I just laugh and be happy.
Mm.
I mean, that's already, and that's, as you say, it's a really interesting perspective to have on that.
Is your mother? What's her ethnicity?
Moroccan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So she's legit. She's legit.
What does your dad do for a living?
He's retired now, but he used to work for like the state government, boring test.
Can I ask how your parents met? Because I would say, as a Christian guy in Morocco,
Right.
to nail a Muslim chick, not easy.
Right,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
You got to get
Your
under
dad-
that
your
veil.
dad is
yeah.
player.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they both worked at the U.S. Embassy, and like I said, my dad converted, and it was a whole thing. They needed to do that.
I mean,
get
that
married
is
there.
that is some.
Yeah.
I bullshitted some women into bed before.
Yeah.
But that is above and beyond the
He
Call of
committed.
Duty.
It was big.
It's some James Bond shit. Your
Yeah,
dad
I
is
believe
doing.
that God. There's only one God, but God, and Muhammad is his only prophet. Just give me the pussy.
Did she? Do you know if your mother held out till he fully converted? Do you know any of the story?
She brought that up like one time in passing, and I never forgot it. So yeah, I think she's only ever been with my dad.
Oh, what a trip! Wow.
But and did she wait until he converted, or?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I think she waited till they were married.
Wow.
And did they met in Morocco? What did they live? They didn't live together there.
No.
So it was
not
when they
until-
got here.
Yeah.
And right, and then they put the sign up on the bedroom: if this bedroom's Moroccan, don't come a knocking. Right.
Boom. Moshe motherfucking Kasher.
It's just interesting. It's just I just want to see you do longer.
What's your living situation? You're here in L.A.
Yeah, I live in East Hollywood, and I have like a shared studio with another dude that I met on the internet.
Who makes you watch gay porn?
No, he's gay, but he's very respectful about it. Never forces me to watch it. That's my friend.
Oh, he's not like one of those gay dudes that's like trying to
He
rape
doesn't-
you.
I believe,
yeah.
I believe the phrase is
Just
he
the
doesn't shove it down your throat.
That's hilarious. He's gay, but he's very respectful about it. He's not like a typical gay dude that's like always trying to sexually assault you in the night.
Shared studio with a gay roommate. Is that you ever walk in on him doing anything?
He takes his laptop into the bathroom, which I wish that he wouldn't. You know,
You want him to just do it out in the open, or?
It's like feels like the same thing because I can hear it and everything. But
He doesn't have headphones.
not well. It's just like he just walks into this very small bathroom with a whole laptop.
Does your
It's
shampoo
fine.
bottle smell?
No, it doesn't. But
What are you paying in rent?
$625.
You pay $625 to share a studio?
Yeah,
God,
it's
rent is fucking horrifying, man.
Now, I feel bad because, I don't know if I should feel bad or you should, but I offered to be your mentor in Philadelphia.
I just hadn't seen you yet. You said I'll see you in the clubs, and here we are.
I didn't give you my number?
No.
What a shitty mentor.
Also, I didn't even know that there was a mentorship program in comedy. Nobody ever. Did you ever have a mentor?
You offered to be his mentor.
I did.
Can I get in on
I
that?
did.
Right. But you know what? He'll be your mentor, but he's not one of those respectful gay guys.
Yeah, right.
He'll force himself on you.
It's more like a dementor.
I put the men in mentor.
Mackie, I see it in you, man. I do this show so fucking often. I know when people are gonna work out and when they're not, and you absolutely are.
Thank you.
You have everything of a successful person. Mackie Leaper is
Yeah.
catchy.
Yeah.
Everything. The look, you look much younger than what you are. Your delivery is insane, and it's all well written. At least the minute that I saw.
I guess what Tony's saying is that someday, and someday soon, you'll be splitting a one-bedroom apartment with somebody else.
That's right. I
Yeah.
can see
You'll be
that.
living in a
I
living
think-
room on a couch.
I think I speak on behalf of everyone when I say very best of luck with puberty. You're going to see some changes. We can talk.
There he goes, Mackie Leaper, ladies and gentlemen. His first time on Kill Tony. Just moved to Los Angeles. He's on Twitter at Mackie Leaper. That's MEKKILEEPER. We're right on the line. What, you guys, audience, do you think we should go to the bucket one more time? One more? Jimmy? Permission from the master?
Yeah, okay. What
Let's
about the
do it.
girl that we missed?
So he's the master and he's the mentor.
Right. Not a lot of people know this, but Greg's mentor was Jimmy Carr. No, I don't know.
Wait, who's been doing comedy longer?
Oh, By about 30 years, I would guess.
Whoa, Jesus Christ.
More like 40.
I'm just going on.
How long have you been doing it?
I've been going about maybe since the turn of the century.
Jimmy's phone number is still rotary.
Oh, God.
17 years.
Oh,
That's
17.
not true.
Oh,
Really?
Interesting.
Is that true?
What?
I feel like I've seen you on my TV much longer than that. You're lying, right?
No, 17 years.
Oh.
2000.
Yes. I'm
You're
just very-
thinking of Bill Maher. This is not Bill Maher.
How long have you been doing it, Greg?
28 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. And you were in Boston doing the real Boston shit.
Yeah, I had a good graduating class in Boston. It was me and Rogan started like at the same week.
Yeah.
And then, Bill Burr was right behind us, and Patrice O'Neill, and Dane Cook was at the same time as us.
Not a lot of people know this, but 28 years ago is also when the first twins were born.
That's right. First.
And neither of them had index fingers. I don't know if you know that, but they were born to a Mormon family, one of whom was Muslim, one of whom was Mormon. I'm just doing a whole round of callbacks. None of them funny, but all of them interestingly woven together.
Monday night, you ready to go to the bucket one more fucking time?
Yeah.
I pulled a name out of the bucket, and that name is Tierney McCauley.
It's the Spin Doctors, people.
My parents sent me to an all-deaf college. Yeah, I guess they were just like sick of listening to me talk. But like the joke's on them because it was kind of the best place ever to go to school. You know, like none of the frat parties ever got broken up for noise complaints. It was great. Like and we partied all night. But like sometimes it was tough at the parties to tell the difference between like a cool new dance move or just drunk sign language. People get wasted, they start signing all willy-nilly. I'd be like, wait, are we dancing or are you trying to tell me I have something in my teeth? Stop slurring your hands. That's what happens when deaf people get drunk, you guys. I dated a deaf guy too while I was there, and he was really smart, funny, hot, great with his hands. His name was... He was a really quiet guy. Oh.
Tierney McCauley. Hello, Tierney.
I wish I was deaf. I didn't get at the beginning of it. Genuinely, it's a true story. You went to a deaf college.
I did. Gallaudet University.
You went to Gallaudet as an undergrad?
I went as a visiting student, but...
Oh, for like a semester abroad with deaf people?
I just did a quiet semester.
Interesting. So you were one of the few hearing people at Gallaudet.
Yeah,
and you were
one of
just
like 12.
You were just like tossing down that deaf dick, or like what was the?
Only two, but.
You fucked two deaf dudes. That's cool. I never fucked a deaf lady. My parents are both deaf.
Did you really?
So I found your set incredibly offensive and insensitive. But I didn't. No, that's interesting. That's interesting.
So shout out to Peter Pan for this look that you brought to the stage tonight. I mean, what the
hurricane blew back.
Joelberg. Got it. There it is.
Finally.
I think.
Finally landed.
Thank you. I needed this.
Oh.
Finally, Jose landed. It made landfall today in Key West.
Okay. Trump says you can stay, Jose.
You did your whole set laughing at your own jokes, which really bugs a lot of people. Like, is this your first time on stage, or have you been doing that a lot?
Red Band hates you.
Yeah.
I hate that too.
You're doing a lot of Peter Pandering.
Peter Pandering.
That's
Very
good. He's back.
Wow, he just barehanded his symbol for the podcast listener.
He got overconfident. I think it's. I liked it, but I didn't believe the opening. So
I agree.
It made it all. It all sounded made up because you were doing gags about it. But I needed a tiny bit longer on the. I genuinely went to a deaf college.
You have to say the words Gallaudet University. I went to Gallaudet, so the people, even though they don't know what that is, will go, "That must be real." I know it doesn't matter if people know the reference you're referencing. They'll just be like, "Oh, it must be true." Yeah.
Legitimizes
and your parents presumably sent you there as a gag.
Well,
They're funny people, right? They went, this is gonna, let's fuck with her. No, give me the application, let's cross that out. I've got an idea.
no, I chose to go there.
And it's true you really hooked up with the deaf guy?
Yeah.
Yeah? Did he braille you?
He's deaf.
Hey, you
He's
gotta-
deaf.
Blind people.
Deaf.
Oh,
They
that's
don't
right.
use Braille.
Hey, Tierney, you gotta,
Wow. I can't believe I
racist.
did that.
Tierney, you gotta watch
Okay,
out
so-
around. You gotta
so-
watch out, fucking a deaf guy. You could get hearing aids.
I could get, can I ask why you
good.
chose...
I
Because
don't
I love sign
want
language
anyone to
and I love
think
deaf
it's good.
culture.
Wait, say it again.
He asked why I went there.
And you love deaf culture?
Well, normally
Oh,
that's-
so you're like a deaf wigger. That's interesting.
That is
That's
it.
cool.
But normally there's normally I
I
find
was
what
studying
people...
sign language, and I wanted to maybe study interpreting, so I went there to see if I would go to grad school there.
Now, why do you do the part of the bit where your parents sent you there?
Just like to get into that, I went to that school.
Why don't you just say, I went to it? That's actually
And
less
people are
words.
like, why?
Well,
And then you say why.
I mean, yeah.
That's the thing
That's
about
so weird.
stand-up.
Right. I'm not even trying to insult you. I'm like, why are you very young? How old are you?
Yeah, I'm young.
How old are you?
27.
Oh, you're not. Okay.
Welcome to Hollywood.
Welcome to Hollywood.
baby.
Yeah, that's
27. No, I'm just saying, like, why are your parents involved in this? Like, what do your parents have to do with it? I went to school. I went to Gallaudet University. I'm not trying to berate you. I think that you're very.
How do you make a living? I'll save you, Moshe.
I do event production.
What?
Event production.
I don't believe
Event
it.
production. What
Event
kind?
production.
Like what kind of events?
Like parties.
Like what kind of parties?
for the deaf.
Basically like corporate events. It's not that fun.
Sponsored by Def Jam.
Why did?
I work.
Why didn't you become an interpreter?
Honestly, like, it was giving me a lot of like headaches, like migraines.
It was giving you migraines?
Yeah, it's really hard. It's really hard to like think in like in two languages at the same time. I was bad at it, really.
Oh, you were bad.
Yeah.
It's a good comedy job. That's what I did for a living until I quit to become a full-time stand-up. I was an interpreter.
Is that true?
For many years. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. From when I was 17 to.
You're Coda.
I am a coda. I'm a child of deaf adults, as they call it.
Moshe, can you interpret her outfit tonight?
I think you did a pretty good job. I mean, I don't know, it would be something like this. But, no, I'm kidding. Your outfit looks good. You look good. You look good. You have a bruise on your leg, and I was looking at it a lot. What happened?
I just slipped.
You slipped.
Down some stairs.
Really?
Oh, uh-oh. Are you okay?
Sounds more
into a
like
doorknob.
Sounds more like a slip of the tongue.
Yeah.
Oh, this sucks.
This sucks. She said, oh, this sucks.
Where are you from?
Florida.
Ooh.
Oh
Your
my
family
God, I've got
okay
bad
back there?
news.
Yeah, I just got back on Thursday.
I thought you're from Can't Heary, Indiana. Sorry.
Can't Heary, Indiana. Yeah. Take it with you. Take your stool. All right. So you're from Florida. How long have you been here?
Since February.
February. That's fairly new. Are you also sharing a studio apartment with the gay guy?
No, I live with a couple.
You're with a couple? Wow. In a studio
couple of
apartment?
deaf people.
In a normal house.
That is progressive. I have some questions about sign language. I know some people, I used to do shows in Edinburgh, and they would sometimes do a gala, and they'd say, well, deaf people can come along to the show, and we'll just have a sign on the corner of the stage. And I always noticed that the weird signs are very kind of direct. They have like very odd signs for like different races.
I know this for... Yeah.
They were very on the nose, but also like the sign for oral sex was exactly what you think it's going to be.
Yeah. And you know what? I actually have an experience with this.
Well, I was doing jokes. I was on stage, and I was just because the sign was there and she was kind of hot. I only told jokes about blowjobs because I just enjoyed watching her go.
One time in Indianapolis, Indiana, I was opening for Joe Rogan at a place called the Murat Theater, some crazy 4,000 seat venue. And in Indiana, they have a state law to where they have to have a sign language person. I
If
learned
it's
this
big
for a
enough,
fact.
you mean?
Yeah, and they have to be lit up. They have to be next to the stage. I couldn't believe it. I like finding any excuse to not do my material in the first place.
Well, it obviously is.
Exactly. So I see this guy, and I think it was a lady actually, and I was making a blowjob joke, and I just so happened to be looking at her when she did the blowjob thing.
I like the eye contact.
And they stay completely professional. They don't smile at all. It's all very, very, very fucking serious. So what I did was, I literally go, blowjob. And then I'm like, wow. And it's just killing, by the way. And then I go, blowjob again. And she keeps doing the same thing. And then I said, black blowjob. And she literally was like, it was like a trombone all of a sudden. Literally. The place was fucking... I buried myself because it happened 12 minutes into my set, and I had nothing funnier than that to go
Tony,
to.
did you just find out she played trombone in
quite
college?
interesting. It's quite an interesting thing, though, to get. I always think the detail is the thing. Like, if you're going to talk about being an interpreter of sign language, get into the detail of it, and the true detail of it is always more interesting than the, it's more believable.
I'm not an interpreter because I wasn't good at it.
Right, but I went to college for it. And
what are you good at?
Apparently not comedy.
Oh, that's not true, Tierney.
Tierney.
I'm good at event production.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you give us an example of an event you produced that you're proud of if you're good at it?
Yeah, I just produced like a series of 6 events for the Gym Equinox for their Summer On campaign. It was really fun. And all the events went really well, and the client was happy, so I think I'm good at it.
Do you love comedy, or you just sort of hobbying?
No, I love comedy. I do event production because comedy doesn't exactly pay for anything.
How much money can you make doing events in a year?
It depends. Well, I'm kind of just started doing that because.
So what about 30?
Before you were Peter Panhandling.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Joel.
What was the question?
So about $30,000 a year?
Oh, probably less. I don't know.
Wow,
it just depends on like the event and the client.
So like 20, 25.
I hope, yeah.
So maybe next year like 30.
Maybe we'll see.
Okay.
Depends on how many lost boys you find.
Exactly.
You're not making much money, which reminds me that right now, MeUndies has an exclusive offer just for my listeners. Get 20% off your first pair and free shipping. That's
of what, sorry?
MeUndies.
Yeah, it's 100% satisfaction guarantee. You can just ship it back if you don't like them.
If you go to MeUndies.com/kill right now, you get 20% off, free shipping, and satisfaction guarantee. You could return. You could return the dirty underwear.
Yeah, and they sell them refurbished probably somewhere in China.
For extra, double the price.
Is it like a boxer or is it like a brief?
It's like a boxer brief.
They have 5 different kinds of styles.
Are you? I mean, I presume if they're sponsoring your show, you are wearing these right now.
Yes.
Not even a sponsor. I just really like the product.
Tony, you are wearing them.
Hashtag ad.
Who has them on?
I have them on.
I have them on right now.
Well, I would like to see.
I'll show you backstage afterwards.
No, I want to see right now.
I want to see right now.
Oh no,
also.
Brian, please don't. Any physical jokes with you are so gross. Tierney. So, all right. Well, it was fun meeting you.
I remember there was once a sign language interpreting gig. Part of the thing with being a sign language interpreter is that you go, and if the client doesn't show up, you leave after a half an hour, and so you get to get paid for the day, and you leave after half an hour. And one time I had a whole day of classes at this community college, and I went to the first class that day was a nude figure drawing class, and I was the interpreter, and I just showed up. I sat in the front row for half an hour facing the nude figure drawing lady, no easel, no drawing material, and then after a half an hour just stood up and walked out. I always wonder what that lady thought. It was just like, nah, I'm not drawing this shit. I'm fucking out of here.
I thought of another question I want to ask you. Hooking up with the deaf guy, did you notice anything different or anything like that?
Yeah, they make different noises than hearing guys.
Oh yeah, like what? Can you do an impression of them as loud as you can right now, please, for the love of God? Come on, don't you want to know what it feels like? Don't you want to?
Like if you don't know the noise you're making, it's gonna sound different. Than like guys are clearly curating the sounds they're making while they're fucking, and like these guys are just.
Well, also the great thing about making out with a deaf guy, I mean, you've got freedom to queef.
That's true.
That is true.
Free to queef.
Right.
Freedom to queef. You can just relax. You don't need to be conscious about that.
Yeah.
And then, interesting. Speaking of queefing and deaf people, an interesting fact about deaf people is I have never met a deaf person that hides their farts. Every deaf person I know, my mother, my stepmother included, just fart open willy-nilly all over. I've never not known a deaf person just fart because it's like they don't hear it, so it's not like reaching their. They know that hearing people think it's embarrassing, but they don't have the visceral experience of it to be embarrassed. They're just like, fuck it, I'm a fart. Imagine that freedom. On 9/11, today is 9/11. Imagine that level of freedom, guys.
Right. Wow, that's
Freedom fart.
another level. That's genuine. That's kind of brilliant.
I get that they don't have hearing, but do they not have a sense of smell as well?
They know, but what I'm saying is like for us, our culture, hearing culture, has decided that like that sound is funny, and that's what makes us embarrassed to do it in public. But they don't have that sound. They know that it's like farting. They're not like dumb, but some of them are. But they're just like they can't be bothered to be embarrassed by it, so they just
That's
fart.
hilarious.
They just,
You should do a bit about that.
Deaf
That's really
people
funny.
be farting. It's true.
Tierney, what's the most fun thing you've done since arriving in Los Angeles in February? No, that's not the right answer. No. What have you done for fun in Los Angeles?
I mean, I try and get to the beach as often as I can. That's like my go-to fun thing, I guess.
That's
I try
fun.
and get out on boats as often as I can. Try and meet people who have boats. And
Oh,
get
yeah.
invited on
You
them.
hang out on
She's
boats.
not, she doesn't plan on
Like
being an event
Captain-
producer for
People
long.
have boats and get invited on them.
She's trying to marry a rich guy, I guess is what she's trying to say.
How do you
Friend's
got a
guy
boat?
either
Do you want to
way.
go out on my friend's boat?
Sure.
All right, give me your number. I'll give it to him.
Greg.
Wow.
I swear to God, my friend's got a boat.
And then at the end of it all, Tierney, when you put on the hat that Greg is wearing, you can fly away magically. It looks like it's all part of the same outfit, no?
Here.
All right.
Captain Hook has a boat. Also, he'll love that
Oh,
you're.
that's great.
He'll
And the
love
good
that
thing
you're-
about Greg having worn it, you know he doesn't have lice.
Well, he'll love that your punchlines never land. You know what I'm saying?
There she goes, Tierney McCauley, ladies and gentlemen, episode 229 of Kill Tony. 229, 4 years, 3 months, 229, hour and a half, commercial uninterrupted. Look at that drawing from
can we
Ryan
do- can
J.
we-
Belt. Me hung
we plug
upside
dates?
down. Me upside down over a jack-o'-lantern.
Can we plug dates?
Plug it.
Oh, September 21st, I'll be in Washington, D.C. at the Improv. I'll be at the Nashville Zanies, September 28th to the 30th, and in La Jolla, November 3rd and 4th. Charlotte, North Carolina, November 16th through 18th. Come see me.
You're in La Jolla the week before me. I'm there the week after you.
Come see both of us, La Jolla. That's my favorite. I love that fucking club.
Me too. I haven't been there in way too long. Leave something fun in the condo for me.
I'll leave something fun in the condom for you.
Oh, how dare you. Make some noise for the great Jimmy Carr, ladies and gentlemen.
Appreciate it.
You got anything you want to plug or anything to the millions and millions of Kill Tony fans that are listening live
I
right
genuinely don't need this.
now? Perfect. Perfect. If you could plug us on some of the stuff that you do in the future, that'd be great. That could be the
That's
plug.
also not happening.
The great Greg Fitzsimmons, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. I always need the support of the Kill Tony people. I will be at the San Francisco Punchline September 14 through 16, and then in San Diego September 21 through 23, and then also dates coming up in Cleveland and Spokane or Spokane?
Spokane. Spokane? Spokane. Spokane.
Yes, I'll be
Yeah.
there also. Fitzdog.com for details. Fitzdog Radio is the podcast.
I just worked with Greg Fitzsimmons on the unbelievably awesome HBO show Crashing, in which I'm going to be making a special appearance on season 2.
Tony did fucking awesome. He can act. This kid can act.
I'm really, really excited
Yeah.
about it. That's the season finale, but watch the whole season of Crashing, an awesome show with our friend Pete Holmes. Reagan and Jimenez down there. Look at them. Pat Reagan has a new album out, Bad Chat, that's available on everything. Joel Jimenez is on Twitter at Mostly Sorry. What did I miss?
I want to give listen to Mozart's Requiem. It's really great. It's made a lot of best year-end best lists, so check it out.
There you go.
We got a Snapchat show coming out. Comedy Central Snapchat. Me, Pat, Brian Moses, John Shefsky. Look for it.
All the,
It's called Void. Fuck off. All right. Peace. I love you guys.
I love that. Don't forget, we're in Boston next week doing this show. Episode 230 of Kill Tony is going to be there then. Don't forget to sign up for DraftKings. Come see me in La Jolla, Cap City in Austin, Texas, Denver Comedy Works, and so many other fun places.
Hey, and I'll be in Indianapolis at Morty's November 8th, and Columbus Funny Bone November 9th, and the New York Comedy Fest.
The game inside the game. You could win $100,000 in total prizes this Sunday. That's promo code CHAMP, DraftKings.com. Thank you, live audience. Have a good night. We'll see you on the patio.